Imola, May 1st, 1994. A day that forever changed the world of Formula One. But today, let's imagine a different timeline. A timeline where Ayrton Senna survived that fateful crash at the Tamburello corner and continued his journey as one of the greatest racing drivers the world has ever seen. Picture this. Ayrton Senna, shaken but alive, steps out of the wreckage. His injuries force him to miss several races, but his determination remains unbroken. By mid-season, he returns to the grid. The 1994 championship is a tough battle. Michael Schumacher, young and hungry, dominates in a Benetton that seems almost untouchable. Senna pushes hard but falls short, finishing the season without the title. But 1995 is a different story. Williams has ironed out its issues, delivering a car worthy of Senna's extraordinary talent. He's back at the top of his game, reclaiming his throne. The world witnesses an electrifying rivalry between two titans, Senna and Schumacher. Week after week, they push each other to the limit, redefining what it means to be great. Senna clinches the 1995 championship and, in 1996, secures yet another title, cementing his legacy as one of the sport's most dominant figures.
And then, in 1997, comes the unthinkable. Ayrton Senna makes a move that stuns the world. He joins Ferrari. The man who once epitomized McLaren now dons the red suit of Maranello. His mission? To restore Ferrari's former glory. It's a monumental task. Ferrari hasn't won a driver's championship since 1979. But if anyone can do it, it's Ayrton Senna. The road is not easy. Senna works tirelessly alongside Jean Todt, Ross Brawn, and the Ferrari team to develop a car capable of winning. 1997 and 1998 are building years, filled with struggles and heartbreak. But in 1999, the stars align. Ayrton Senna, driving the Scarlet Ferrari, becomes world champion once again. It's a moment of pure magic, celebrated by fans around the world. For Ferrari, it's the end of a two-decade drought. For Senna, it's a culmination of his relentless drive and vision. By the year 2000, Ayrton decides it's time to hang up his helmet. At 38 years old, with 5 world championships and over 60 race victories, he steps away from the sport at the peak of his powers. But his story doesn't end there. Off the track, Senna becomes a mentor for young drivers, particularly from Brazil, nurturing the next generation of talent. He dedicates more time to the Ayrton Senna Institute, expanding its reach and impact. His legacy evolves beyond racing. He's no longer just a champion on the circuit, but a hero to millions for his philanthropy, his courage, and his unwavering belief in the power of perseverance. Let's take a moment to reflect. In this alternate timeline, Ayrton Senna is not just a name etched in the record books. He's a figure who defines an era, who battles Schumacher tooth and nail, who brings Ferrari back to glory, and who, through his sheer will and brilliance, inspires generations. Now, think about this. How would Formula One have changed if Senna had lived? Would Schumacher still have claimed 7 titles? Or would Ayrton have rewritten the history books entirely? Would we have seen more epic rivalries, more unforgettable moments? Would Senna have transitioned into team management or remained a global ambassador for the sport? This alternate reality reminds us of one thing. Ayrton Senna, even in the short time he had, left an indelible mark on motorsport and on all of us. His spirit lives on in every daring overtake, in every lap driven to perfection, and in every fan who dreams of greatness. So, as we conclude this thought experiment, let's remember the man Ayrton Senna truly was. Not just a racer, but a legend, an icon, a human being who reminded us of the extraordinary power of passion, grit, and hope. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed this reflection, feel free to share your thoughts. Would Senna have surpassed Schumacher? Would Ferrari have dominated the early 2000s? Let's continue the conversation, because Ayrton Senna's legacy deserves to live on, not just in our memories, but in our imaginations.